Fundraiser.
Thank you, Emily, and thank you to everybody who's been joining the call today. Obviously, we just have a few days left. I know Emily, Heena, Sonal, the entire team has been working really hard on putting this fundraiser together, and it couldn't be at a more timely moment with all of the suffering which is going on in Ukraine and the borders of people fleeing. And it just happens that we're organizing this fundraiser at a critical moment where we can serve, and again, ready to kind of dedicate a large percentage of our fundraise towards helping people who are suffering during this moment. So we're aiming to raise £50,000, which can go towards helping people who have been suffering this past week. We've already started some distribution on the Romania borders with Ukraine, where people are serving. So thank you. It means a lot to me that you've all joined this call. Go Dharmic wouldn't be where we are today without your help. And this weekend, we really ask you to come forward, spread the message to everybody else. This is really quite unique in the sense that normally you'd be going to a charity dinner and sitting and watching entertainment, but here we're asking you to bring your network, to bring your talent, and bring your communication skills to reach out to as many people from a heart-to-heart connection, and really see if we can encourage each other to raise some money for good causes over the weekend. I'd also like to personally request and invite any of you who would like to join us this weekend for our in-person events as well. If you're obviously not, if you're in Singapore or in France, it might be a bit difficult, but if you're around the North London or London areas, we have Luton Who event, which is happening on Sunday, as well as an event at Arts Club on Monday, which is open to all of you to come and, we can build up a bit of a community spirit in person. But otherwise, this whole thing is going to be running virtually. If you'd like to attend any of the events, just ask us and let us know as well. So lots going on this weekend. We really seek your support and the fact that we can do everything we can, and just keep an eye on that page all throughout the 36 hours. Let's keep sharing it, keep mobilizing each other, and I'm sure we're going to do amazing work. So just once again, I've been strictly instructed to keep it brief as I can go on, and I'll stop there. But thanks again to everybody for joining today. Please do ask any questions to the group, and I'm sure everyone will be there to help. So thanks. Over to you, Emily.
Thanks, Emil. Perfectly to time. I will now pass over just for a quick intro from our charity representative, Yair Emanuel. He's very inspiring, so let's start with him as he'll get us motivated. Yair.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Yair Emanuel. I'm here from Charity Extra. I just want to start off by saying that it's been a real honor and privilege working together with your team over the past few months. Absolutely blown away by the work that you do. And of course, they are only able to do the work because of all the support they get from you and everybody else, and hopefully from your potential donors. Now, we're embarking on this very exciting crowdfunding campaign. And there's two things I think which is important to celebrate. Number one is the money which we're going to raise, which is going to be incredible. But think about as well the awareness, the fact that all of us here are working together, and another whole few hundred other people are going to be reaching out to their contacts, giving them the opportunity to donate to this special cause. So there's the money, the tremendous awareness. And GD will never be the same again after a campaign like this, because it's bringing in so many more people into the ecosystem of GD, and that's really exciting. Now, the way that we see it, to make it as simple as possible, is you're fundraising from your sofa. You're fundraising from your sofa in your own pajamas with your own coffee, whenever it's convenient for you throughout these 36 hours to raise money for this super special cause. Now, let's talk through the basics of exactly how it works. What's going to happen is Friday morning UK time, there will be a text message and an email sent to you. Now, if you sent a text message or email before, or WhatsApp message from your phone, or whatever way you want to send messages from your phone, you are 90% of the way there to being a successful crowdfunder. And all I'm talking about is the last 10%, what you need to do. You get that message to your phone or email, take it into whatever social media platform you want, or email or text message, and send it as far and wide as possible, as is to all your contacts. They'll be able to go there, click on the link. It's a beautiful written message by your fundraising team, and embedded within every message that's arriving to everyone's phones and emails is a link to your very own fundraising page. So send that message on as you received it. Fantastic. Your donors will be able to donate. But if you can add, perhaps if you have time, just one sentence of personalization of why you feel this is an amazing cause, of why you feel that you're getting involved with this, that will really help your donors understand and connect and be able to donate. Now, what happens is, as soon as your donors click and donate, they put in £10, which comes up as 20, or whatever currency we're doing. It's multi-currency, multi-country. They'll immediately, upon having donated and written a beautiful message to you, telling you that you're their daily inspiration, they will be able to receive a receipt straight away. As soon as they donate, they receive a receipt. You also receive a notification straight away that donation has been made on your page, and it keeps track throughout the day, keeps updating you. It's really, really exciting. There's a few things I want to tell you, is that when you're on a campaign like this with so many teams spread across so many countries, there will be different size donations coming to the campaign. And you may see a champion page getting £100, £200, or whatever currency we're talking about, dollars, rupees, whatever it is, and you're raising in £5 or $5 or £5 increments. Don't worry so much. Don't worry about the amount that's coming to your page. It's about the effort. It's about all of us coming together, giving opportunities to our family, friends, and colleagues to get involved with a super special cause. And everyone will do it at their own level. It's just about the effort, and the joint effort of all of us together makes it really, really exciting. So let me just take a step back and summarize what I said in the last 10 seconds. You are going to receive a message Friday morning UK time, a text message as well as an email. Send that on as is to your potential donors. They'll be able to connect and donate to this super special cause. If you can add just a drop of personalization, that will really help. One more thing I want to mention is that a lot of us are on social media, and social media is a great way to amplify the message, to complement all the work we're doing. But the money is made from messages being sent out. So if you are shouting out on social media about it loud, please do that, but don't let it replace sending out the messages. Do both. Send out many, many messages. Don't worry so much, can the person donate, can they not? Don't make too many calculations. At the end of the day, like I said in the beginning, and people are going to give money, and if they can't give money, they'll find out about an amazing cause. And one day when they can give money, they will give, and they will know about the amazing work they're doing. And maybe they'll volunteer, or maybe they'll know someone who needs help who could volunteer. So like I said, really special and a real honor and privilege being involved with such an amazing charity. I'm going to pass across back to Emily and look forward to working on this super special campaign. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to reach out, but be proud of yourselves for being involved with such an amazing cause.
Thank you, Yair. Super inspirational. Okay, so we're now going to get a bit more into the nitty-gritty of it. Just to remind everyone that's joined the call since the beginning, we would love for you to fill out your forms. As Yair said, personalization just really makes it like pop, and your page will be very recognizable to all your donors as soon as they come, if there's a picture and a little description. So Heena, if you could just post again for anyone that's joined recently, the form, and also my email, you can send a picture of yourself or your team to me. We're also going to put a target on each of your pages. If you filled out a form, there will be you will have already stipulated a target. If you haven't been able to fill out a form, that's okay. We'll put a target on there for you. We've estimated that. So this includes, by the way, this target is a doubled target. So this will include the match funding that will be doubling the amount that you make from your contacts. So for people based in the UK, we're going to be doing 2,000. So that means you will roughly be making 1,000 from your contacts and from gift aid. And then the other 2,000 is from the other 1,000 to make it the full 2,000 is from our match funders. For those based in India, we're doing 100,000 rupees. So that will be per teammate. And of course, that's a doubled amount. So you would only be making around 50,000 rupees from your contact. If everyone can go on mute, that would be amazing. Thank you. Yeah, if you feel like this is too high or too low, please fill in our form, because then you can stipulate your own target that you feel like is manageable and achievable for you. Yeah, Heena, could you share the slides that we have? Oh, amazing. So cool. Thank you. So in the next few days, so as I've just said, please send your image to us. There's Stanley's email there, or my email is in the chat. You can send it to either one of us. Next. Yeah, so in the next few days, you can start telling your social media contacts that you're being part of this fundraiser, start warming people up to it. And then you can create, if you want, if you're savvy on WhatsApp, we know that a lot of people like communicating on WhatsApp, so you can create a WhatsApp broadcast list. If you know what this is already, that's amazing. It's just a very fast way of you sending out the information all at once instead of having to do individual messages. If you don't know what this is, we're going to put a link in our champion guide to a video that explains how to do this. Otherwise, you can call me or Heena or get in touch with us and we can explain how to do this. But it's very much not a requirement. It's just a fast way of you getting that link out there on the day. And so then on the 6th, you'll get your link on Friday the 4th. But you won't start sharing it until 9 a.m. on Sunday the 6th, which is when our 36 hours begins. You please start sharing it as early as you can. And then the fundraiser will end on Monday the 7th at 9 p.m. and that's GMT time. And that is it. And that's the time to celebrate what you've raised. It really doesn't matter, as Yair said, how much you've raised. Anything is an amazing achievement and we're all trying to celebrate together. So now Heena's going to give you a quick demonstration of the Charity Extra website and how that's going to look on the day.
So as Emily mentioned, the Charity Extra website, this is where all the magic is going to happen. It's where all the fundraising is going to come in. As you can see on the right-hand side, that's where our goal is. As we raise more money, the goal we'll keep getting money in and it's going to be amazing. Together, we'll work together to reach our target. Whatever we raise, as Yair said, awareness is amazing. Whatever we raise on top of that is a bonus. You'll then also be able to see lots of different videos from our champions, from our beneficiaries. We've also got a video from our founder, Hanuman Das, and lots of charity ambassadors that have helped us out. I'd strongly recommend that when the page is live that you have a look. So on March the 6th, you'll be able to have a look at this and look at the videos for inspirations. Now, the part that you're probably interested in the most is the team page. So this is what your donors will come to. So at the top, you will have your team name. You will then have the target that you have been given, or if you've told us, then we will put that there. You will then be able to put your image of yourself or your team, and then you can have a brief description of why it is that you've chosen to help Go Dharmic. The more personalized, the better it is for your donors' experience. But of course, whatever it is that you're able to do, that's also fine too. Now, moving on, you're probably wondering, what is it that we're going to do with this amazing fundraising that we're able to raise? These are just a few things that we are able to do. Of course, the list goes on, but to give you a better idea, a single £10 donation will enable us to plant 10 mangrove trees and maintain that for 3 years. We would be able to feed 100 people in India with a £25 donation. A £50 donation would enable us to contribute to humanitarian causes, some of which that Hemel mentioned at the start, with helping out with the Ukraine-Romania border and trying to give as much supply and necessities that they need. With a £150 donation, we will be able to allow one underprivileged child to learn English digitally. Of course, we want to help a lot of children, so the more £150 donations that we get, amazing. And a £250 donation will enable us to sponsor a child's education for a year. As I mentioned, these are just a small list of things that we could do. Essentially, what we want to do is expand Go Dharmic's reach. We want to be able to open 10 new food distributions across the world. We want to open up a UK Centre for GD as a hub where we can bring communities together and we can use it as a place that we can serve food and also keep the food that we get as donations. I'll now pass on to Emily, who will go through some tips for the day.
Amazing, thank you, Heena. Also, just in addition, I think Hemel may have mentioned it at the beginning, but because of the crisis in Ukraine at the moment, we also want to give 50,000, is that correct? 50,000 of the total towards sending aid to the borders of Ukraine as well. So hopefully that is really relevant for everyone at this time. So some tips, this is the last slide, I promise, and then we'll open to Q&A. Firstly, we are still sinking some final match funding for the day. This is just so we can go the distance and we can double all of the contributions that your donors make. So we found that if you can ask, if you work for a big employer, so we have somebody working for Legal & General, for example, they've asked their employer to match whatever they make. And it's a great way of extending to these companies that we wouldn't be able to reach without you. So if you are able to do that, you can get in contact with me. I can even help you. I can phrase the email and we can find the person that you can get in touch with to do that, because a lot of big employers will match any of your crowdfunding efforts. Next one, please, Heena. So yeah, on the day, Yair has informed me that it's really good to start with a win. So line up somebody that's a generous, close friend of yours that will donate generously to your page. This doesn't have to be £500 or a huge amount of money. It just needs to be just something generous that will inspire your subsequent donors to donate slightly more. It's just really good to start off with a positive number. Next, please. Yeah, so get personal and get creative. This basically means phone calls are best. So social media is great, WhatsApp is better, and phone calls are even better. So the more personal that you can get with this than phone calls, we have realized that phone calls are the best because people can connect with you on that level. It's also a really good idea to reach out to people that you haven't maybe spoken to in a while, or you wouldn't necessarily think would donate. This is just from a personal experience. A friend or somebody that I met probably 7 or 8 years ago at a Halloween party when I was like in my teens, sent me a link to a crowdfunding page that they had a couple of months ago. And just because I remembered them and because I liked them, I donated £30, and that wasn't even a match funding appeal. Maybe I would have donated more if it was match funding. It just shows that you can reach out to sort of anybody, not just people that you feel like or that's only a close friend that I can only reach out to. Next, please. Yeah, so we really want everyone to feel connected. We know that some of you won't be able to come to our in-person events. So we want to make sure that you feel like you're part of the community when we're doing this. We have our WhatsApp groups, which I hope you're all a part of. If you're not, please email me, because then I can get you added. Just email me your phone number. This is where we'll be sending all of our updates. But you can also reach out to us personally, check our social media. This is where we'll be putting all the stuff so you can actually feel like, yes, this campaign is happening. I'm not super distant from it at home. And last one, please. Yes. So we currently have around 450 champions. We are trying to push for 500 champions by the event, which is 5 days away now. So if anyone is able to help us with that by either adding a teammate, just one teammate to your team, or sending out the link to someone, a friend or a family member that you think, oh, they might have their own team, that would be super helpful, and that would help us get to that 500 champions target that we're all pushing for. Also, we'll be sending, as I mentioned, we'll be sending out the champion guide and lots of resources that you will be able to share with your donors on the day to help them make their decisions about how much they want to donate. So please look out for that. We'll be sending that out tomorrow. Brilliant. Thank you for sharing, Heena. So this is a Q&A section. If you have to leave, that's fine. You can go now if you don't have any questions. But if you do, or if you want to hear the questions of other people, please stay. You can either ask them just out loud, just go for it, or write them in the chat.
Emily, one question. You said it finishes 9 p.m. on the Monday GMT. It starts 9 a.m. GMT as well, correct?
Yeah, 9 a.m. on the Sunday, 9 p.m. on the Monday, 36.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the same? So what times would that be in India, Sonal or Dipendra?
Just while you work that out, one thing I'd like to mention as well is if any of your donors need any assistance well, when they click donate, they can always request a callback, and someone will help them through the donation process from the hub, the support desk. So if any of your donors are struggling, there is the support there. And as well, anybody here who needs any support, please feel free to reach out to the admin of the WhatsApp group and they'll guide you through the process. We all need support with different things. If it's just forgetting how to do a certain process or just a question, so feel comfortable to ask.
Exactly. We'll have around 8 to 10 volunteers and staff members on the day, just ready to answer any of your calls or texts. So please don't feel like you can't reach out.
So Emily, just to answer your question, in India, it would be, it's 5.5 hours difference. So we'll be ahead by 5.5 hours, approximately, I think around 2 o'clock afternoon.
Okay, brilliant. And also, as Yair told me the other day, the fundraising is happening within the 36 hours. But if there are any donations that are made slightly late on the Monday, the page won't just shut down. We will be able to still receive those last-minute donations.
So it's really important on day 2 of the campaign that you would have sent out your messages on day 1 to all the people and continue the whole way through the campaign of thinking of new people. But it always helps. I myself, when I have friends who are on campaigns, they send me a friendly follow-up message, which is like a gentle reminder to me that the campaign's ending soon. It can really help. So you can say to people, thanks so much. If you have donated, you haven't yet donated, we've got another 6 hours left. It'll be great to see your donation there. And sometimes I really appreciate those friendly follow-ups because it reminds me I may have forgotten to do it.
Yeah, really good point. Thank you, Yair. Well, if there is no more questions, I think
Emily,
we'll...
can I ask you a question, please?
Yeah, of course, Claudia, go ahead.
It looks like some people are not on my list because I'm going to be interviewed on Monday, and I want to mention then this Go Dharmic fundraiser. But there's people who are watching. How can they then go on my funding page or on the team's funding page? Because I might not have their have their phone numbers or.
Okay. So you can how are you being interviewed, on what kind of medium or platform?
On Facebook, somebody will interview me, and we'll do a whole hour on the Go Dharmic fundraising on that.
Oh wow, that's incredible! Thank you so much. Well, you can put your link to your page in the description box on Facebook.
Oh right, okay.
Send it out. It can just be like, yeah, broadcasted out in that way.
That's okay. Brilliant. Thank you. That's all I want to know. Thanks.
So anyone with the link will be able to get straight in and donate.
Brilliant. Thanks.
Great.
Okay, well, brilliant. Thank you so much. If you think of any other questions, feel free to message me, and we will hopefully see some of you on the Sunday or the Monday. But otherwise, we'll be in touch via WhatsApp. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you for joining us.